So, hello. It's been another week, and nothing really moved on, to be honest. I'd like to share some important news or something new that has happened or something incredible, but it's mostly been just learning new stuff. I spent a lot of time on watching videos on how to inflate, how to use the voice, and I figured out that most of the time I am not using this voice that I'm using just to talk. And I'm always trying to change my voice into what I think sounds better. But as I've learned, that is not the way to go. And actually, I should get more comfortable with using this voice and instead portraying emotions more. Because I've always talked like this, like very focused and, trying to put my best voice forward. Because in my head, this sounds much better. But I figured it turns out that this voice that I don't actually like is the voice that I should be practicing with and improving over time. So I started trying to record myself for as much as I can, just reading shit all over again. So I got a good list of a few texts, like sample text, which I can use, and I want to daily record myself as much as I can. First off, to train just talking, and second, to train pronunciation. And third, to train enunciation, which I've learned is basically making sure that I don't end sentences like this, where it just trails off. Also with breathing, so I need to track how I breathe and rather take breaths where there are commas or pauses or hyphens or full stops. So I don't run out of air. Give me a sec. So as I was saying, there's nothing really that changed. I really just still had to do a lot of learning and a lot of studying because I felt like I really didn't know much. Now I have learned quite a few things. I figured that it's time to train a lot, and I'm trying to find some voice coaching, which is not that easy, not as easy as I thought. So I've contacted a few friends. It turns out that some people from the acting university or something like that, acting academy, should be able to provide some lessons one-on-one. So I'm thinking about trying that to at least figure out what I'm like the biggest mistakes I'm doing with my voice to clean those up. And other than that, I just have to train a lot because I already tried one day of that recording and I got about 20 minutes in and I ran out of breath. And not only that, I just felt exhausted and my voice hurt. So it turns out that as I thought back on it, it turns out that I spent quite a few years trying not to be too loud. As we were in a dorm and then we had some roommates, which were next door, and there was a door between us, so it was very audible what they were doing, and based on that I figured I don't want to be a dick like them, so it was very audible what I was doing. So I was trying to not make any sound as much as I could, or be as quiet as I could, because if I don't like something, I don't want to do the same thing to them. That would be hypocrisy, right? So after that I thought that maybe I should just practice more. And since we're here, I've tested it. We had a bit of a party and I tested, and there's nothing, like, you can't hear anything. I can hear a child above us, which is running and crying, but I'm thinking about how hard it has to cry for me to be able to hear it through those walls, because they're really a lot thicker and safer for sound wise than what I've had previously for the past 5 years, let's say. So I'm really not used to being able to talk more freely, and I think that had a big impact on my voice. So what I think I need to do now for the next week or two is train myself back into talking. And when I think back, when I drink a bit, that's when I let go of that, and when people seem to like it a lot more. So I think that's the right way to go right now. The biggest thing I have to train for, but it will require some time, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use those recordings like in a demo or something. So the main plan is just record myself every day, listen to my voice, get bored of it so I'm not nervous, because I don't think I can be bored and nervous at the same time. And then perhaps it should be a better demo overall, and that is the one that I want to upload. So the plan is end of February, in a week or two, probably in 2 weeks. That's when I want to make my second demo after training a lot, so that I feel more comfortable with what I'm hearing and I know what I should be looking for. Because right now it's a mess. And when I listen to the recording, there's always something that I don't like. But the worst thing is I don't know if that's an important part or not. So that's the thing. Just letting go of all the other voices, all the other things that I am nervous about, and just like rinse and repeat. And the worst thing is that I still have trouble accommodating myself to a mic. I always sound different than when I just talk. So that's one thing I really need to focus on, is not doing that, changing my voice just because of the situation. And that's about it. Like, there's nothing going on. We've established that if by the end of March or maybe by mid-April nothing happens, then I'm going to look for a job, and we're probably going to get a dog. Hopefully we'll get to see him next week, but that depends on like a selection process or something. I don't know. We're gonna get him from a shelter, hopefully, but we'll just have to wait a bit and see. So that's all I've got, really. In case something happens, I'll let you know, but other than that, I'll see you next week. So have a great week and talk to you later.